Up YouTube, it's Sam from Sam's Garden Maintenance. This video today, guys, well, it's time for another end of the month review, and today it's about March. So let's get on with it. Now, March. It's not been the best month, but I'm going to contradict that just a second. I feel like it's been the poorest month. It's been one of them where it's been sort of very frustrating at times. So I've discussed with you, well, we've discussed already this month, I've done 2 videos on basically crap weather, customers and sickness. Now, I like to think if there's a problem, I'll try and sort it. I can't change the weather. Crappy customers, I've got a plan for them, and I'll tell you about that in a bit. And my sickness, well, I've got to wait for the NHS. And of course, lose some weight, which I am doing or trying to do, going Slimming World, you know, so that's on me, and I've got to wait for the operation. So that's aside. The one thing I can do which covers all of that is basically finances, saving, working hard. And I must admit, towards the end of the month, I have hustled, you know, I have been patting them bushes. I've been getting out there, trying to, you know, bring this month back so we're keeping on track. But I'll get on to that in a bit. One thing I want to do is start looking way ahead. I'm thinking about accommodation at some point. I'm trying to get everything in line. But then I'm actually thinking, well, you know, maybe an alternate sort of living arrangement. You know, something which is getting popular, but you don't see much of it. Maybe that's the answer, and that'll fit in with my lifestyle. I don't know, just thinking about it at the moment. The thought of a mortgage at this point, and still having to go into hospital and having months off time at a time, oh, it's too much. So, like I said, the month, as I said, it's not been my best month, but for the business it's gone pretty good. I've managed to smash last year's monthly target, so I've earned a lot more this year than I have last year, which is what I want. I keep saying to you, marginal gains. This is what I'm classing this as, just that couple £100 or £50 extra every month. I think sometimes when you've got a problem or something that you want to sort, you look at it and think, like for me, it's moving out, and thinking, bloody hell, I need all these thousands. But to get there, it's like, how do you eat a elephant? Well, one bite at a time sort of thing. And this is what I class as marginal gains. It's just everything I'm doing, I'm trying to sort of either save money, put money away, or earn more money. So if I can get the business earning that little bit more, even if it's £50 extra, £200 extra, brilliant. If I can personally save £50 a month, £200 a month, brilliant. It's all adding into that pot. If I can not spend, you know, £50 on a business, brilliant. What I'm doing at the moment, and this is, I don't want to sound like I'm showing off or anything like that, and it's hard at the moment because people probably haven't got much in the way of savings, because it's fucking hard for everyone, guys. I have got a little bit of money put aside, and I've been looking around and getting the best ISA deal, something where I can put it away for a year, you know. I can take it out if I need to, but if I leave it, I'll get a little bit, or, you know, a decent amount back. Same with a little savings account. I'm going to sound like Martin Lewis here, but just putting, you know, a little bit away every month. They, with the interest, they'll just top it up. It isn't much, but it's better than fuck all, and that's what you get from normal ones. So have a look around, see what you can do. Martin Lewis has now finished talking. So, like I said, this has been my best March on record. It really has. I've smashed it. Like I said, the first half of March was a total write-off. It was dog shit. I'd even say probably right up to just under 2/3 of March was shit. I remember thinking, fucking hell, I've earned like £400 in the first 2 weeks. It was something really ridiculously low. The phone wasn't ringing. The customers that I'd booked in, oh, can you come in? This is not all of them. I'm not saying this is all. it's the odd few, but it's the sort of the odd few that it adds up. Oh, can you come another time, you know, stuff like that. And it's not even like we're having bad weather at the start of month. This was before the snow. So I wasn't too confident, and there was a couple of issues after the other. But since then, basically since the snow's fucked off, I've been patting the bushes, ringing round. The phone started ringing, so I've managed to get out there. Literally, I managed to bring it back, and the amount of money I've earned in this, you know, last part, almost like 10 or 11 days, has been crazy compared to the first. So I've really managed to pull it back. I'm very happy with myself, actually. I hate if it is that work's not there and you're hearing this fat prick saying about how well he's doing. I don't mean it to be smug, it's just a reflection on how I'm feeling. It isn't. Trust me, I've had far worse marches than this. It's so much so, actually, that I did a video at the start of March about getting ready for the season, and I've deleted it because it didn't feel like the season was starting there. It felt like it should have started then, and then it didn't. So, like I said, very up and down, very mixed sort of emotional sort of feeling, but I'm happy with how it's turned out in the end. In terms of stuff for the business, I haven't really spent a great deal, actually. I know when work's picking up because I'm going to the waste place more, so I think I've been there 3 or 4 times now, dropping shit off to him. Still an amazing experience every time I go. One thing I did buy, and I've done a little quick review, is an IsoTunes headset. Not IsoTunes, I bought the Still Bluetooth. They're just on the hook now, waving at me. So look forward to that at some point. Talking about reviews, may as well get it out there. We're getting up to 500 subscribers, and if it happens after or before, I'm going to do a other review and another tool company. Now, I know some people don't like this, some people see it as whoring out the channel. Well, I suppose it is really, but anybody that gets offered something for free in exchange for not much of their time, you do it. So I've done it, I accepted it, but I did actually ask them, Luke, can you send out 2? So I've got one for me to sort of play with and look at and fuck up probably, or lose. Probably the latter with me. And then there's one still in its box that I'm going to give away to you guys, either just before or just after. As I said, there's going to be no catch. I don't, you know, there's no like and subscribe, stuff like that. I hope you'd like and subscribe. Just leave a comment whenever I do the video. You'll see, I'll announce it. And then, to be fair, you should be in with a good shout, really, because, you know, it's not going to be shitloads of comments. It'll be surprising, actually. So, and I'll give it away, but it'll be like UK only. Unfortunately, I don't want to fuck about with shipping something. If it gets lost, I'd feel bad. But I'll send it out. And then whatever crap I picked up from thingy, when I went to Saltex last year, I'll probably shove it as well. I know that sounds fucking horrible, but I have got a load of pens and stickers and hats and stuff, so I'll shove all them in as well. So yeah, March has gone all right. Like I said, the customer thing, I've had to think about it. I've looked at what other people do, other gardeners, and I don't like to carbon copy, but sometimes it's all a nudge from each one. And at the end of the day, other gardeners, they've got a lot more experience than me. Not just, how would you say this, not just in terms of gardening experience, but life experience. I'm only 32, and I'm not saying I'm naive, but sometimes if you have a young mind, which is like mine, I admit I'm a bit childish at times, but speaking to somebody who's mature in mind, they see differently. They see different nuances, different little things, and you know, I've listened to other people, and what I've decided to do is, I'm happy with how much work I've received. Hopefully it's basically indicative of what we got to come, and I'll be honest with you, I've decided this year I'm not going to be taking the bollocks like I did last year off people. It's not going to be a fuck you sort of thing, or you've had one, that's it, out. But I've got people who I know take the piss regular. if it could save a little bit of money, like I don't know if I said at the start, but the thing is, some people, they think it's acceptable. I know it sounds horrible, but they'll be in a cafe with their friends, all the people of like and mind, and it'll be like, oh my gardener, he wanted to come the other day, but well, I wanted to save a bit of money, and I don't think there was much to do, but he was there, you know, he did get it oh no, I knocked him off for this time, and well, I'll have to think about that, I've got to save some money. And I can understand if people are hard up, but I think sometimes it's basically, they look at it and they go, ah, it's alright, and they think it's fine, and they don't understand that we give out, or I give out, you know, I'm regular, I'm on time, I'm loyal. You know, if I can do that over summer when it's growing, when I'll be honest with you, there's times where I'd be thinking, well, you know what, this property, you know, it's not that good, or it's a bit low on the wage sort of thing. Oh, something better there, I'll fuck them off instead. You know, you don't do that, you stick with people, whether it's a crap garden or whether it's an amazing garden. And I wonder what they'd do if, you know, they thought, oh wow, you know, I did that to them sort of thing. They probably wouldn't care, to be fair, because that's in their world, they're very transactional. But I hope you get what I mean when I say this. So like I said, it's sort of a frustrating one. Now what I'm going to do is basically, it's not going to be zero tolerance, but I'm just not going to be taking the bollocks what I have done over the past few years. It's going to be a case of, if it is that they aren't playing ball, and I don't think they're going to be playing ball, and I am very, you've probably seen off my channel, I am very sort of not easygoing and not where people would walk all over me, but I do sort of take, you know, a little bit more than I should. So this year it's going to be, if it is to take the piss, well, they're going to have to go, I'm afraid. There'll be something else that'll fill it. The price rise lady, she's lost her slot now. She's sort of, you know, she's took the piss in a way. So unfortunately, whenever she does book in, if she books in, I don't know, I think she will. I've got a feeling she's going to book in when there's a crap job that she don't want doing, or when the shrubs need topping out. And some people might say, oh well, quote her more, or, you know, overquote, or, you know, give her you can't, it's set in stone now. Basically it's going to be a case of she gets booked in when I want to booked in, as in what's convenient for me, and it won't be what's convenient for her. And I can see it leading to sort of an argument, really, but I don't see why I should bend over backwards when people aren't willing to. And it's not like, you know, £20 for an hour's work, it's not really taking the piss now, is it? Especially what she actually receives in return. But I've talked enough about this lady. So yeah, overall, March has gone good. I'm looking forward to April. I think we've got a bit of nice weather coming up. I've still got to get the scarifier out. I've got some scarification jobs booked in. I've eased back from that, I must admit. I'm not giving up on offering that as a service, but I've eased back a little bit. I'll be honest with you, I am trying to concentrate more on the exterior cleans. The phone's ringing for that. What I'm going to do, I think I said this to you guys, where I'm going to do a video on the end of this newspaper run. While I'm not, what I'm going to do is probably do a video at the end of the season, after I've had all the inquiries. And what I'm doing is I'm keeping tabs on where they heard from me, so whether it's a recommendation or a newspaper ad, or, you know, they saw me in a shop, wherever, and I'm going to try and collate that into like a pie chart or something visual, and then it'll come across a lot easier for me to understand and a lot easier for you to understand, because I do think this is a run-of-the-mill sort of gardening business, so it might sort of help you where to put your money in terms of advertising, because I try and do a bit of everything. Admittedly, I could do more on certain areas, and same with already the results are surprising me, actually, but it's a good surprise, it's not a nasty surprise. So yeah, that's it guys, that's how March has gone. So as usual, keep on going, keep on gardening, whatever you want to be doing, but don't let things get you down, don't let customers get you down. If it is that you're having a shit time, just reach out. I don't mind. I don't like fucking messaging or text. So if you want to chat, I'll FaceTime you or something. I fucking hate texting. I've got big dildo fingers and it makes it hard for someone like me. But, what I'm trying to say is someone's always here if you want to talk to them. Have a good day, guys. Keep on gardening.